So you're living in the multi-cloud world. It's powerful, it's flexible, but let's be honest, security can be a nightmare. When your foundation is spread across AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud, it feels like you're just waiting for the cracks to show. Well, in this explainer, we're going to lay out the blueprint to seal those cracks for good. Okay, put yourself in the driver's seat. You are the architect. You've got mission-critical apps running on AWS, Azure, and GCP. Each one speaks its own security language, has its own quirks, its own rulebook. It's like you're trying to build a single, impenetrable fortress across 3 completely different kingdoms. So the big question is, how do you make sure there are no gaps in the walls?
And this slide, lays out the core challenge perfectly. Trying to manage security on Amazon's EKS, Microsoft's AKS, and Google's GKE is like trying to enforce the exact same traffic laws in 3 different countries, Each one has its own unique way of doing things, its own policy engines. And this isn't just a technical headache, it's a huge drain on your team's time, and honestly, a perfect recipe for human error.
Now, all this complexity isn't just an inconvenience. It creates real, tangible danger. So let's break down what a security violation actually looks like in an environment this chaotic. Here's the bottom line. When your security rules are different from one cloud to the next, you don't just have a complex system. You have massive security gaps. It's these little cracks and inconsistencies that create the perfect pathways for attackers to get in.
And those gaps, they lead to some absolute nightmares. We're talking about things like a pod getting root access. That's like handing over the keys to the entire kingdom. Or an application literally escaping its container to mess with the host machine. Every single one of these violations could start with just one tiny misconfiguration on one cloud, and it could bring your whole security posture crashing down.
Okay, but what if there was a way to bring some serious order to all this chaos? Well, there is. Let's get into the blueprint for a real solution. Unified pod security standards. This is where we stop playing defense and start getting proactive.
The easiest way to think about a pod security standard is to imagine it's a universal building code for all your digital stuff. It literally doesn't matter if you're building on Amazon's land, Google's, or Microsoft's, the same core safety rules apply everywhere. It ensures every single app has a consistent, predictable level of security.
And this blueprint gives you clear choices. You've got the baseline standard. Think of this as your good security. It's designed to stop all the common known problems right in their tracks. But for your really critical apps, you can level up to the restricted standard. This is the best security, the gold standard that enforces the absolute strictest best practices. It's not one size fits all. It's about using the right tool for the right job.
Now, having a great blueprint is one thing, but you need a builder, or maybe a bouncer, to actually enforce it. So let's talk about the guardian that makes all these standards a reality: automated admission control.
This quote really hits the nail on the head. A rulebook is totally useless without a referee. A security policy that's just collecting digital dust in a document isn't stopping any attacks. You need an automated enforcer that checks every single deployment, every single time. And that enforcer? That's the admission controller. And here's how it works in the real world. Before any new app can even think about launching, it gets automatically stopped at the gate for a security check. It's measured against your unified security standard. The key here, the magic really, is that this happens before the code ever gets deployed. It's a non-negotiable security checkpoint. If a pod doesn't comply, it's denied. Period. This completely flips the script from manual after-the-fact audits to automated preventative security.
So, after putting this system of standards and automated enforcement in place, what's the big payoff? Well, it really all comes down to one simple, incredibly powerful word: consistency. This is it. This is the holy grail. 1. A single unified security policy that governs all of your clouds. No more juggling different rulebooks. No more trying to translate policies between environments. Just one standard enforced everywhere automatically. This is how you finally tame the complexity. And the result is exactly what you've been fighting for all along. True, consistent pod security across every single cluster you manage. Think about what that really means. It means your developers can deploy faster and safer. It means audits are suddenly way less painful. And for you, it means you can finally have confidence that your security foundation is solid, no matter which cloud you happen to be building on that day. So, once your security is unified and automated, you're not playing defense anymore. You're not just putting out fires. You're free to get back to what architects do best: innovating and designing what's next. So the only question left is, with security finally handled, what are you going to conquer next?